Art breathes life into our homes. It's not just decoration, it reflects our personalities and passions, but even the most stunning artwork can fall flat if it's not hung correctly. Strategic art placement can transform a room, creating visual interest and enhancing the overall aesthetic. It's like adding that final, perfect accessory to an outfit. It completes the look. Think of your walls as blank canvases. The way you choose to display your art can dramatically impact the mood and feel of your space. A well-placed piece can draw the eye, create a focal point, and even make a room feel larger. On the other hand, poorly placed art can feel jarring and cluttered, detracting from the overall design harmony. So before you grab your hammer and nails, take a moment to consider the impact you want to create. By understanding a few key principles of art placement, you can elevate your home decor from amateur to artfully curated. Let's dive into the secrets of hanging art like a pro. One of the most common mistakes in art hanging is placing pieces too high or too low. The goal is to create a natural flow and connection with the artwork, and that starts with eye level. Ideally, the center of your artwork should be at eye level for the average person, which is typically around 57 to 60 inches from the floor. Of course, this can vary slightly depending on the height of your ceilings and furniture. In rooms with high ceilings, you may want to hang art a bit higher to avoid it looking dwarfed. Conversely, in rooms with lower ceilings, hanging art a touch lower can create a sense of intimacy. The key is to use your best judgment and consider the overall balance of the room. When in doubt, or on the side of hanging art slightly lower rather than too high. This helps to ground the piece and make it feel more accessible. Spacing is just as crucial as height when it comes to art placement. Too much space between pieces can make a room feel disjointed, while too little space can create a cluttered and overwhelming look. A good rule of thumb is to leave about 2 to 6 inches of space between frames when hanging multiple pieces in a row or grid. For larger pieces, consider them as you would a piece of furniture. Allow for adequate breathing room around the artwork, so it doesn't feel cramped. A good starting point is to leave at least 12 to 18 inches of space between a large piece of art and furniture. Ultimately, the best way to find the right spacing is to experiment and trust your eye. Use painter's tape to mark out different arrangements on the wall before you commit to hammering any nails. This will give you a visual preview and help you achieve a balanced and harmonious look. Section 4. Creating a cohesive look. Grouping art like a gallery pro. Grouping multiple pieces of art together can create a stunning focal point and add visual interest to a room. But achieving a cohesive and balanced gallery wall takes a bit of planning. Start by choosing a theme or style that ties the pieces together. This could be a shared color palette, subject matter, or frame style. Once you have your theme, experiment with different arrangements on the floor before committing to the wall. Try using a mix of sizes and shapes to create visual interest, and consider incorporating other decorative objects like mirrors or wall sculptures to add dimension. When hanging your gallery wall, treat it as one large unit. Use a level to ensure everything is straight and evenly spaced, and don't be afraid to break the grid. Incorporating a few asymmetrical elements can add a touch of personality and visual intrigue. Section 5. Conquering any wall. Tips for hanging art on different surfaces. Not all walls are created equal. Hanging art on drywall is relatively straightforward, but brick, plaster, and concrete walls present unique challenges. Here are a few tips for conquering any wall type. Drywall. Use a stud finder to locate studs for added support, especially for heavier pieces. If you can't hit a stud, use drywall anchors to provide a secure hold. Brick. Drilling into brick requires a special masonry bit. Be prepared for dust and debris. Consider using brick clips which hook onto the brick without requiring drilling for lighter pieces. Plaster. Older plaster walls can be brittle, so it's essential to use caution when drilling. Use a low-speed drill and a masonry bit. For heavier pieces, consider using toggle bolts for a secure hold. Concrete walls require a hammer drill and concrete screws. Mark your drilling spots carefully and wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. No matter what type of wall you're working with, always choose the appropriate hanging hardware for the weight and size of your artwork. When in doubt, consult with a professional framer or handyman for advice.